the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
This is Akin, aka Jack is the Truth. I'm delighted to be joined by Barry Hearn himself. How you doing, sir?
I'm well, Jack. Thank you so much.
It was a really good show tonight. We saw Charlie Edwards retain the WBC championship. How proud of you of his achievement tonight?
Well, I mean, I'm proud of Charlie. I mean, I think he's done something that a lot of people didn't expect him to do when he won the world title to start with. Today was a flawless performance, really, against a game but limited opponent. Let's keep it in context. There'll be tougher nights for Charlie, but I was really pleased to see him have his first retention of his title. And now we go away, and I'm sure the boys will plan something for him spectacular for later this year.
We also saw a spectacular performance from Joshua Boatsy and Lawrence Okoli. There has been a narrative that with the introduction of Dazn, that we need a new generation of fighters to come through. Do you feel that we're finding that in the Matchroom stable?
I don't think it's necessarily just about Dazn. It's about timings, you know. I mean, we've lost Tony Bellew, we've lost James DeGale. There's a number of fighters have decided enough's enough, and that opens the door. That's a window of opportunity for young fighters, and they have to show us that they're worthy and they're ready to entertain the British public and to move on to world titles, European titles. I mean, tonight Boatsy is a world-class fighter by the look of it, but you have to put it in context. He only had 10 fights. I think he looks really pound for pound as being a real deal. But we don't want to push him too fast. But having said that, when you do push him, the door is open to superstardom. So that's quite invigorating for the whole of the boxing industry. These transitional times come along every now and again, you know. I mean, my old days, after Ben Eubank, Watson, Collins, there was a bit of a hiatus. There was nothing really out there. And then along came Naz and Ricky Hatton. It happens from time to time. We're in a rebuilding. But of course, the real demands at the moment, America is offering vast rewards to good fighters. And that's tempting in itself. But we mustn't let them go too early. We must make sure that they're ready for that journey and that they go there to win, not just to perform well.
I spoke with Eddie yesterday about the Farmer Carroll card that he had in Philadelphia, and I mentioned that we had a British champion that fought on the undercard. April the 20th, we have Dave Allen potentially heading the bill for April 20th. Do you feel that the British fans in particular are feeling the effects of the success of Dazn in America with regards to a British champion that they could get behind coming, possibly headlining that show?
I think the most important thing about boxing is boxers. You know, fans are second most important, but boxers come first. It's a tough game. You've got to let these kids earn their money. I think we can be very competitive up to a certain level, but we've got to be realistic. There's a crazy war going on in America, and the fighters are the beneficiaries for once. Normally the fighters suffer. So I would say to fight fans, just be patient. You know, it's 6 months and the dust will settle and we'll see where we are. But in the meantime, our job is to put on great shows. I mean, tonight was a good show. Next Saturday, Liverpool looks outstanding. And we have been benefiting from a huge amount of overseas fights from the likes of Canelo, etc., you know, coming back. I mean, that show in Philadelphia last Friday night was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And, you know, we had that. I know it's live in the middle of the night. Well, I don't wake up in the middle of the night at my age. I set the alarm, I record it. At 10 o'clock I've got terrific entertainment. So you mustn't be too self-conscious about the selfishness of what do the fans want. Fans want Wilder, Fury, Joshua in the mix. But the business of boxing doesn't necessarily lend itself instantly to what fans want. That evolves, that comes in time. Be patient. And let these kids that are sacrificing their life for our entertainment, let them have a day in the sun and let them earn some money.
Absolutely. You have a long-standing relationship with Sky and Matchroom in particular, with the darts and the pool. Dazn obviously is making waves. There is a lot of speculation that they will eventually venture into the UK market. Will that affect your relationship with Sky? I know more than likely we're going to keep snooker and darts, etc. But will boxing, do you think, ever make a move to DAZN if they do come to London?
I mean, listen, crystal balls these days are very, very difficult to read. From our perspective, we've been with Sky since the inception of Sky from 1990. They're our friends. They're long-standing supporters of ours. You can never say never in any relationship, but having said this, we are exclusively contracted to Sky for the next 2 years, and I would be surprised if it wasn't longer. Time will tell, time will tell. I mean, again, people tend to overreact with situations, and I always tell to everyone, just keep calm. Keep calm, do your job. Let's entertain the fans, let's entertain the viewers and give them the best we can. And most important, let's do the best we can for our fighters.
Okay, finally, I have to change tack to Deontay Wilder. With the news emerging of him turning down $120 million. Well, Eddie said at least $120 million to fight Anthony Joshua. What is your take on that whole situation?
Well, again, boxing's a funny business, and people know that. It's a strange business. But you have to put yourself in the position of the fighters to understand the reality of the situation we're currently in. Everyone talks a good fight, but getting up those steps is a long journey. And there are alternatives. In this crazy world in America at the moment where everyone's trying to outbid everybody, the fighter's value has gone up enormously. And suddenly, fighters can get life-changing money for relatively easy fights. So what would you do in that position? Do you want to fight Anthony Joshua for 40, 50, 60 million, or would you rather fight someone who's way below Anthony Joshua for 20 million? Well, the answer is I'll take the easy fight because the bigger fight will still be there later on. So Tyson Fury, who according to his own words, he's a fighting man, he'll fight anyone, he wants to fight Joshua, blah, blah. But when the opportunity comes up to earn easy money, he takes it. And I don't blame him for that. I think that's good business in a dangerous world. So again, we're going to see, it's a three-way poker game at the moment, and the first man that blinks is out. And the beneficiary will be the fighters, and the losers in the short term will be the fans, because fighters will go where the money is, and they'll always take an easier fight rather than take a fight the fans want to see. So it's no surprise to me, having predicted it for many years now, that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder really don't want to get anywhere near Anthony Joshua. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them at all.
Well, Mr. Barry Hearn, I really appreciate you talking to the Boxing Voice.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.